Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's still your favorite girl, Ada Freeman. If you're coming to my channel for the first time, I would love you to hit on my subscribe button for more interesting, entertaining and educational videos. Merry Christmas to all my darlings. To my new subscribers, thank you for joining this wonderful family. However guys, today is the 23rd of December 2021 and I'm going to be taking you around Festac as I tell you one or two things I noticed about this town, Festac town, Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa. I'm going to be starting by telling you that Festac is a federal housing estate located along Lagos Badagry Express in Lagos State, Nigeria. The name Festac was an acronym meaning Festival of Art and Culture, which was the biggest World African Festival held in 1977. It is the most part of Lagos where the whites live during their days in Nigeria. That is why Festac is the most planned part of mainland in Lagos State, unlike other parts of Lagos that the housing is not planned out. If you come to Lagos, you see the way it is planned out. They have a whole lot of a council hall kind of flats. If you go to UK, you have this kind of houses called council hall. It's also in Lagos where you see people, a lot of people living in a big, well arranged flat. Sometimes they are self-contained, sometimes they are just a room and parlor, and mind you, it is quite expensive because I heard that the last you can pay in that a room and parlor in that council hall can be 500,000 naira. And we all know that in the other part of Nigeria, that kind of flats I'm talking about, you can use that 500,000 to get yourself a better accommodation. Like I'm living in Benin City, and guys, in Benin City with 500,000 you can live in a very beautiful flat. Like I said before, Festac town is that part of Lagos where the whites lived most during their days in Nigeria, and that is why Festac is the most planned part of mainland in Lagos State. But now the poor maintenance of Festac town left this town dirty and looking so unkept. Here are some facts you need to know about Festac town. Number one, let's talk about the road. The roads in Lagos are actually very bad, especially in the mainland. And in the mainland, which Festac is number one, has the highest percentage of bad roads. You might not see it as I'm driving because I'm trying so hard not to go through the lanes that have bad road, but Festac has so much bad road. The government should do something about the road. Festac has become a nightmare because of the potholes, trapping cars and trucks and bikes. Car owners rarely use their car unless it is very important because of this bad road. They often make use of Okada, these bikes you are seeing, and these bikes are so careless. I don't want to talk about them now. They are so careless, like so careless. The other day my girlfriend was coming from trade fair and took them, bought this bike. I don't want to narrate the kind of accident she experienced. However, the trending use of movement in Festac is this bike, and it's often because of two things. Number one is that bad road, and number two is Lagos constant traffic. While talking about the roads, I also like to chip in something about the streets. Festac, like I said from the beginning, is a beautiful town, but because of the poor maintenance, it is looking so unkept, so dirty. You get what I'm saying? Now imagine if the streets of this Festac is being renovated. These places you are seeing, these trees and these grasses, they can actually plant beautiful flowers. Make sure that the street light is working. The street lights here aren't working at night. Most of them are not working at night. Just imagine if they can make it so clean. Employ people and make sure that those people are actually sweeping the streets, these roads you are seeing, to be more clean. That will make this town so beautiful. That is going to make Festac actually a London in Nigeria. Like, it's going to look so beautiful. It's going to be the Dubai of Africa. You get what I'm saying? Because yeah, the planning here is so centralized. The planning here is making sense, but the living, the maintenance is so poor. You guys, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If they can just do that, it's going to be so amazing. You get what I'm saying? Another thing I've noticed about this Festac town is the high rate of prostitution. Prostitution is eating deep in Festac, with the launching of everyday clubs and strippers bar, making girls to come to Festac from different parts of the world just to have a sex commercial business. That is it. It's like at night, it is just so terrifying. Yeah, I'm coming from Benin. Most of you are going to say, like, yeah, didn't Benin have prostitutes? Is Benin not the headquarters in Nigeria? Yeah, of course, I agree with you that it's also very, very like Benin. I don't want to talk about Benin cities prostitution and whatever in this video. I'm actually just talking about how it is increasing in Festac, because Festac before was a town of decency. At least even if it is happening, they have a kind of shame, like there's a way they go about it. But now in broad daylight, anytime it is happening, I just want to chip in that one. And I'm like, what is happening? What is happening, guys? Nevertheless, let me talk about the hotels in Festac. Festac is also known as home of hotels, because in the past, Festac have a whole lot of beautiful hotels. Like when you talk about big hotels in Nigeria, but right now those big hotels are still existing, but there is no maintenance. Just like I keep talking, what Festac is lacking most is maintenance. The maintenance policy in Festac is so poor. Like, guys, when I remember the last time I came to Festac, I wanted a hotel where I can stay. All the hotel I went to, I couldn't stay there because they are low standard to me. Now looking at those hotels, they are actually very big hotels, but maintenance is very poor. It is like so poor. There is almost dead hotels in Festac, in as much as there are also big hotels which are not actually big. They are big for nothing, because there are pretty little hotels with expensive money. Because from where I am living in Benin City, when you see a hotel, if they tell you a hotel is 50,000 naira, it is worth that money. Now when they bring a crib that in Benin can be for like 3,000 or 5,000, they will come in Festac and they will tell you to pay like 50,000 naira for that. I call those hotels over here in Festac big for nothing, because they're not actually beautiful or standard to the money that are calling. So I think that the owners of hotels in Festac should go ahead and maintain their hotel. Repaint your hotel, even if it is once in a year, even if it is once in 2 years. Paint it. Go inside the house, check the interiors of your hotels. Like, crying out loud, hotels in Festac are so poor. They have to do something about that. Let's talk about the shops in Festac. Generally, we know that life in Lagos is very expensive, pretty expensive. We all agree to it. But then coming down to Festac, it is so expensive. The last time I did my research and find out how much people pay for small space in Festac, I opened my mouth wide and I'm like, what is happening here? What are they selling? Are they selling gold? Is there something else that they are doing we don't know about? And the fact that people are actually buying into it, still renting those shops so expensive, because most of the shops here are being owned by the Yorubas, and it is so expensive. Like, how do someone pay for a small space as small as a kiosk for over 1 million naira? What are you selling? Like, I just want to know what they are selling, because most time when I go to these shops in Festac, what I'm seeing is normal thing, provision, boutique, normal thing that is being. But then why is it so expensive? Are you making your money? Because most time when I also check how much they're actually demanding on things they sell, it is even cheaper than in Benin City. Provisions I see people selling over here in Festac, it's cheaper than what we buy it in Benin City. And yes, the shops in Benin City are pretty very not expensive. You get what I'm saying? You want to have your hair made, the money they will charge you here is cheaper than even in Benin City. I remember going for my pedicure and medicure, and guys, I came there and this girl, very pretty, beautiful, well arranged, place. And when she told me the price, I was like, because I was surprised, it was cheaper than what I pay for in Benin City. Yes, the prices are just so outrageously expensive. I want you to take a look at these buildings facing each other. These buildings you are seeing right now, this is called block of flats over here in Festac. And I felt like whoever is maintaining this block of flats in Festac should please do something about it. It is so irritating. Believe me, I can't eat food looking at this flat. They are so looking dirty. All this flat need is renovation. They should do something about it. They should renovate these flats. Like, seriously, it's looking so dirty, so unkept. It's one of the things making Festac look dirty. I'm not trying to say the people there are dirty, the people living there are dirty. I feel like the owners of those buildings, I don't know if it is the federal government that is maintaining it, they should paint it. Like I said, I'm not trying to say that the people living in this block of flats are dirty people, not at all. I am saying that whomever is in charge of the maintenance of this block of flats in Festac should please do a paint work. It needs renovation. If they can paint this block of flats, it's going to look so beautiful. It's going to look like the council houses we have in London, in UK, in Scotland, in a lot of places abroad. People also live in this kind of places abroad in US, but when you paint it, when you renovate it, it looks so beautiful. Even though that the people living there are always form of spreading their clothes all over, it now looks like rags. All the flats have clothes or one thing or the other hanging on it, making the building look like rag. But believe me, if they can renovate that house, paint it, do one interior work, or only painting it alone will make that house so beautiful. Furthermore, let's talk about the Okada, the motorcycle riders, who are your best form of transportation in Festac and in Lagos in general. Though they've been banned from Lagos, but they still operate in some places in Lagos, which Festac is among. Now, these people are the people that will save you in transportation, but they are not so good. They are not good enough. These people are the people that can actually cause accidents for you. You get what I'm saying? In as much as you are using them, just also know that they are not good enough. The Okadas are mainly the northerners, known as the Aboki, who had made so much money conveying people from one place to the other in Nigeria in general, in Lagos in general, especially also in Festac. But they are so careless in carrying people from one place to the other. They actually cause a lot of accidents. This is one reason they are being banned by the government of Lagos State. However, you can actually use them because of the poor road network and also because of the constant traffic jam in Lagos State. A couple of days ago, my girlfriend came back with a broken hand caused by an accident caused by this Okada people. She was actually on top of a particular motorcycle rider, an Aboki, and when the accident happened, and one thing about them is that they don't care. These people don't have remorse. My girlfriend kept telling me that, do you know that this Aboki did not have one injury, but she's the one that came back with a broken hand, all plastered up. However, in as much as you are using them, you are your best option of movement, you also ought to be so careful. And please, when you are riding them, make sure you don't cause problem with them. Don't fight them, because most time they have dagger. They can stab you. This is Nigerian police. They want to collect money from us. You need to see the way this man was hyping us. But trust your girl, we're not dropping a dime. I don't give my money to people like this. You are actually doing your work. There's no need me giving you money. He actually delayed us, trying to sweet mouth us, giving him something. But your babes, hand dropping shishi. I better take that money and give someone else. Now we are approaching the popular 23 market in Festac. How many of you know the 23 market? It's actually not a big market, but right now they are building the bigger one for them. The construction is still going on. I think somewhere in 2022 they're going to move into that market, and it's going to be one of the biggest markets in Festac or in Ama or Dolphin, because the construction is so fine. Right now there's a demolition that went through when they were building it, so most of the traders here actually moved to Agboju market. For those of you that don't know Agboju market and you want me to do a come with me to Agboju market, just drop a comment. If I see much comments, I'm going to go there and show you guys what Agboju market look like. Agboju market is another big market that is big in Festac, but it was demolished because the government want to use the place for one thing or the other. After the demolition of Agboju market, they came to 23 market over here in Festac and also tried to demolish this 23 market. This market is called 23 market, and it's not actually as big as Agboju market, but it was demolished. And because you can see those yellow buildings you are seeing, these are the new markets that the government are actually building for people of Festac, and it's still going on. In as much as this 23 market has been demolished and the people has been shut down from selling, people are hard to hustle. People are still hustling. We Nigerians, we are hustlers. They now came along the road, somewhere along the road, to keep selling their stuff. You get what I'm saying? You can see what the market look like over here in 23 market, and there is always traffic here because it's a market environment. You get what I'm saying? However, we are driving during the time that we are not experiencing much traffic. You understand? This is Christmas period. A lot of people have traveled home for Christmas, so traffic is a little bit less inside the town, not actually at the express Lagos road. If you enter there, sorry, you might sleep there for 2 days. I know most most of you are going to be wondering, how expensive is Festac market? Well, this is all I have to tell you. It is not pretty cheap. Coming to foodstuffs, coming to wares, it is not that cheap. It is not cheap. Feeding in Lagos is not cheap, and that is why most of the people like to go to places like ShopRite, all these malls, to buy their groceries and their food. Someone like me, I really like going to the market because I'm a market girl. For those of you that don't know, I was born in the markets. You know, that is why I love business. I'm a market girl. I'm going to tell you guys that story some other time, why I said I am born in the market. I grew up in the markets. I have females in my life who are all business and market person, because yeah, I'm a proudly Igbo girl. Well, we stop over here to get one or two things, so we're going to be delaying a little bit. But as we are delaying, hope you can see what our market look like in Nigeria. This is our local market in Nigeria, where the traders display all their food items and the buyers buy. You can see how it looks. I'm going to miss Nigeria. If I ever leave Nigeria, I'm coming back, because I am a proudly Nigerians, and I will keep praying for my country, that my country becomes a better country tomorrow. In as much as I know it is hard, because we have selfish, wicked, leaders, governments, I know that we are getting somewhere. There's going to be a revolution one day. Well, guys, we stop here to take our Christmas chicken. How many of you ate chicken this Christmas? Like I told you at the beginning of this vlog, this is 24th of December. Yes, I'm picking up a chicken. Guys, at times I can just play. I play for Africa. Festac is a thriving place for any kind of business, from real estate to oil and gas to buying and selling, any kind of business you can think of. And this is because of the location of one of the African biggest market, trade fair. Trade fair is very close to Festac, pretty very close. That is why most of the people trading in trade fair, living in Festac, actually convert themselves from Festac to trade fair to Festac, using the motorcycle riders, the Okadas. And the cost is not that expensive. You need between 1,000 to 1,500 to get to Festac from trade fair, or from trade fair to Festac. The Igbos are the major residents in Festac. We all know the Igbos love business. And because of the nearest of trade fair to Festac, it attracted the Igbos, who are the major traders and business people in trade fair. In trade fair, 70% of people doing business in trade fair are Igbos. You see? So if you are wondering why the major residents in Festac are Igbos, think about that market again. Trade fair. If you want me to visit trade fair, then drop a comment. If I get so much like on this video or high view on this video, I'm actually going to be going to trade fair for you guys. I would love you guys to come with me to that market, trade fair. Now, there is this popular saying that if you go to a place and you don't see an Igbo man, you better leave that place, because that place is actually not flourishing. In as much as I don't want to start a debate in my channel, I want to propose this motion, which says that any non-Igbo state in Nigeria where majority of the people living there are Igbos, that state is thriving. The economy of that state is moving. And I can give you example. States like Kano, you all know that Kano is thriving with a lot of Igbo people. Do you see how the Igbos have turned a northern state into a business state? Kano state is one of the states in Nigeria that does a whole lot of business. Like, it's a business environment. Another place is Jos. You all know that the Igbos are living so much in Jos. When you talk about Jos, a whole lot of Igbo, high percentage of Igbos resides in Jos, and you can see how well Jos is also doing in business. Let's talk about Abuja. The people doing business, the real business people in Abuja, are mainly the Igbos. And you see how well the economy of Abuja is doing. Let's come down to a place here, over here, this place called Lagos. Let's not joke. High percentage of investments in this place called Lagos is the Igbos. I'm not lying or joking about it, because I've met with a whole lot of investors, people who have actually invested. If you want me to give you their names, I will give you their name. If you want me to sit down and put up a video with them, these people will let you know. I actually sat down the last time with a very popular billionaire, an Igbo billionaire. I didn't put a camera because I don't intend recording. I had to seek for permission before that. And this guy let me to know how much he has invested in Lagos, and he also told me that I can come to Lagos and invest. In fact, he actually started telling me like I should come to Lagos and invest. If I want to invest, get real money, I should come to Lagos to invest. And I'm like, no, Lagos is overpopulated, and if I should do investment, it's in as much as I know that Lagos has pretty good investments. I'm so sick and tired of demolitions and they're actually destroying a whole lot of properties and all that. I prefer to go down to another part of the country, and do my investment. And let me not lie, most of the places I did my investments in Nigeria is nothing. I didn't have any investment in Lagos, but I can say that I have my other investments other part of Nigeria, but not in Lagos. That is not me actually trying to convince you not to invest in Lagos, but I'm just trying to tell you to be careful because a whole lot is going on. A lot of demolition. The other time in Magodi Estate, you guys saw how the beautiful houses. Did you even see the houses in Magodi Estate? Because Magodi Estate is another beautiful part of mainland that has good estates. You understand? Yeah, you all see how they wanted to demolish those beautiful houses. Mogbe, Jesus, or Guinea. People should fear God though. This Lagos state government should just fear God. If you want me to go to Magodi, anywhere you want me to go to Lagos, pretty this time I'm going to go there and show you around what it looks like. If you have not come to Lagos, Lagos is a beautiful place. If you've not come to Africa and you're a black person, whether you are black American, black China, black whatever you are, you've not visited Africa, you are missing. You're on a long thing. And in Africa, you've not visited the western part of Africa. Oh my God, you are missing. And in West Africa, you've not come to the giant of Africa, that is Nigeria. Sorry, you have not actually. If you have visited Africa without coming to Nigeria, you have not visited Africa. Just take it from me. You get what I'm saying? And in Africa, in Nigeria, obviously, you must have visited Lagos. Now, if you want me to show you how the island part of Lagos look like, obviously, I mostly stay there. That is my own residence. That is where I stay most of the time. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you. Tell me, where do you want me to show you in Island? You want to see Lekki, Aja, Via, Ikoyi? Where do you want me to drive around? Where exactly would you want? I love coming with me. I love this coming with me because it takes that is me telling you guys, come and see where I'm from. You get what I'm saying? That is me answering questions of people who have never visited Africa, asking us ridiculous questions. If we are living in trees or bushes, no, we have beautiful houses. We build with our money. We don't borrow from government. You know one thing I love Nigerians about, whatever a Nigerian owns, he built it with his money. But over there in America, they borrow everything they live on. Oh my God, I love that pattern of actually building with my money and not being indebted. Americans or abroad people, the foreigners actually go to school on debts. Like you will be indebted and after you start paying. But over here, we send our children to school with our money. We don't have to get loan and all that. We do it with our hard-earned money. Wow, this is indeed a beautiful come with me. Thank you for coming with me, driving around Festac to see what Festac look like. If there's any other place you would like me to show you, don't forget to drop a comment. If you are a new subscriber, thank you for joining me. If you're an old subscriber, I love you so much. Thank you for staying. Don't forget to stay safe and stay loved. Bye.